Hi guys, so I'm here to do a video about the 10 things that nobody tells you about pregnancy, or the truth about pregnancy. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. The first thing that no one told me about pregnancy was the nosebleeds. Like, that was like one of the first things that I started experiencing after being pregnant for about a month or two, at least 2 months. My nose would just start randomly bleeding. I couldn't breathe. My nose was stuffy. So I think that's something that women should tell each other, is that, hey girl, from time to time, you know, you might have a nosebleed or two. I would have liked to have known that my nose was going to bleed and that I wasn't going to be freaking out about my nose bleeding. The second thing is weight gain. Of course, everybody says you're going to gain weight, blah, blah, blah. But towards the end of my pregnancy, or like midway, I started gaining like rapid weight. And I mean like 2 to 3 pounds every week. It was like crazy how much weight I was gaining. And I wasn't trying not to gain weight, but I was trying to eat more healthy things for myself and the baby. And plus, at the time when I was pregnant, I was going to school and working. So I was walking and up on my feet all the time. And I was trying to just, you know, eat healthy but not gain as much weight as I was gaining a week. And there was nothing that I could do about it. So whether you pig out or you eat healthy, you're going to gain those pounds. The third thing is weight loss. Nobody talks about this either. I lost so much weight in the beginning of my pregnancy. I was so sick. I could barely keep down water. I was actually throwing up water as well. I was like almost on a liquid diet. Like, I was drinking water, eating yogurt and Jello because I could not keep down solids. And I got pregnant in October. I didn't start getting sick towards the end of November. And I was this way, like sick, throwing up just on solids, all the way from November till about the beginning of February, towards the end of January. So when I started out my pregnancy weight, I was 127. My first doctor's appointment that I went to in January for my baby me being pregnant, I was 117. So I had lost 10 pounds from starving. Pretty much I felt like I was starving to death. My fourth thing is appetite changes. So I know you're going to like different foods and, you know, things like that. But I was eating crazy things that I never liked before, like all types of chunky chili, this, and just, it was just crazy how much your appetite changes. Not only how much you can consume at one time. In the beginning, I could only consume a little bit. I mean, in the early stages, I could consume a lot. I was eating a lot. Then when I got to be about 2, 3, 4 months, I could only eat a little bit. And then towards the end, it was like I could eat anything I wanted to, and I was perfectly fine. So, I mean, my appetite just fluctuated in the amount I could eat and what I wanted to eat throughout my whole pregnancy. Number 4, the weird cravings. So, you know, they're going to say you're going to crave pickles, ice cream, all this other stuff you hear about. I crave, like, the not so edible things. Like, I craved rubber, and it was just the oddest thing. And I talked to my doctor about it, and she wanted to see if I think if my iron was low or something like that, and that was fine. And so I don't know why I craved rubber. It was that I wanted to smell it, and then after a while, after smelling it, I wanted to eat it. But I never did eat it. I did not eat it, but I did like the smell of rubber, and it was just so weird because I never liked or paid attention to the smell of rubber before. Next is the long doctor's appointments. I don't know about anybody else's doctors, but my goodness, I would have a doctor's appointment at like 10, and I wouldn't be back there till like 11, and they were just the longest appointments ever. So then I started to schedule them earlier and earlier, like the 9 o'clock appointments, the 8:30 appointments, and I would still be in there at least 2 hours waiting, go to the bathroom, do this, do that. I mean, it just seemed like when I was pregnant, every appointment was so long. So get ready for the long doctor's appointments. Next was the leaks. And I mean, like, when you laugh, you leak. When you sneeze, especially when you sneeze. But that's expected because your baby's on your bladder. But nobody told me about the constant leaks all the time. You get up the wrong way, leak. So be ready for the leaks. Number 8 is you waddle and not walk. I always heard people say, oh, you waddle, you waddle, you waddle. It's different until you are the person waddling. And I mean, it was just like, I was like a little penguin. It's just, I mean, you have to just experience it to know. And then for me, my waddle was serious because about the last, when I was 9 months, maybe mid-8, his head was already down there at the bottom. So his head was pretty much almost popping out. And then I have all this weight on me. So I was just like the waddle queen. Number 9, nobody told me about the pain in the spine. Oh my goodness. My spine pains were the most painful thing I've ever experienced. I lay down, my spine hurt. When I'm ready to stand up, it hurts. If I'm sitting down, it hurts. The only time my spine really did not hurt towards the end of my pregnancy was when I was standing up. But then sometimes it would hurt then too. So, I mean, towards the last 2 months of my pregnancy, I was hurting. I was mad. I wanted to lay down, take a nap. I lay down, can't get up. It was just like everything was just so hard. Number 10, work. Pregnancy is work. You're sick, you lose weight. I mean, it's just like a real 24/7 job. Don't get me wrong, I love my son. I love the experience. It was great, but it is not all rainbows and butterflies and flowers like they make it seem. Being pregnant is work. It's work on your mind, work on your brain. I mean, it is just constant work. And nobody told me that girl, this is going to be a lot for you. It's not just, now some people have great pregnancies where they don't feel pregnant. Everything is a breeze. But for me, I had a lot of pains, a lot of sickness, a lot of sleepiness, a lot of tiredness. It was just, everything was to the extreme. So yeah, these are my 10 truths about pregnancy in my opinion, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you all have any truths that you would like to share about pregnancy, please leave them down in the comment below. And thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.